Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is a round in the newly buffed Full Armor 7th Gundam. 7th Gundam is, I always liked it. It has really good strong leg missile launchers, which you have to stop to fire, but are still quite good. They actually made those stronger. And basically touched up all of its other weapons and did the same thing they did to the Go4 and gave its beam cannon a non-charged firing mode. So that is definitely handy. I do manage to overheat it here a little bit more often than I do the Go4 version, but yeah, that's just, I think it does cool down a little bit slower than the Go4s as well. But yeah, it still overheats like it's a one shot weapon, so just, fire it very carefully if you want to get the most out of it as an uncharged sub weapon. And it's worth doing that because yeah, it's just like the Go4 that really does become useful. They also upped the splash range on the arm grenades, so yeah, it's got a nice overhaul, and like I said, I like it. I like how it feels. I'm pretty sure that person did not know that the Full Armor 7th had gotten an instant stun, and were counting on me not being able to stop them from doing what they were doing. But, or, I just lucked out. Either way, yeah, the powered gym has also gotten buffed, so I'm not surprised that was coming after me as well. But Gyaradoga Psychomu test type, I think there's 2 or 3 of them on this round. Either that or that's the other thing I got a new round with, which will be coming up soon, but or came up before, depending on what order I did these in. But yeah, the Gyaradoga Psychomu test type is still a highly favored breed at 550. So I don't think it's gotten any changes, but yeah, it's just still really good. It's definitely something that I don't feel needed any buffs, that's for sure. Okay, beam. Nope, a little bit too far away, just slightly outside the range. So now I'm not going to have that. Not going to have the sub weapon for the single fire sub weapon for about a minute. But that's okay because I still have a beam rifle and beam spot guns and grenade launchers and leg missiles, etc. So I'm definitely not out of weapons for having kind of wasted the large cannon. Yeah, like I said, those missiles are really good. They hit very fast and they stun relatively quickly. So, yeah, good weapon. And the beam rifle, I had forgotten. Yeah, it does a lot of damage charged. So, like 4,500. So it's kind of one of the in the case of the G4, it was more like the charged hyper beam rifle and the uncharged mega beam launcher were about on par in terms of just damage. Not the case with this. The charged beam rifle does outdamage the shoulder beam cannon uncharged pretty well. So, and you can charge it while moving. So, and charges fairly quickly at that. So yeah, it's not a bad thing. Number 5 said they wanted to deploy a bomb. I don't think that's going to happen just because of the number of enemies spawning in, but we kind of spend the rest of this round fighting at the enemy base. So, and that works out for us, I believe. So, that's not bad. And yeah, as you saw, I had a rough start, but I managed to land a couple of kills and a couple of good stuns there where it was necessary. And yeah, when my perception fails like that, if I see something without a hit point bar, meaning one of our people about to blow up, I sometimes shoot at it in case it's an enemy. It's not, but I always do that. Okay, cannon is back, so I have another stun available. And yeah, just trying to keep this Zaku 3 Psychomu test type at bay here. And yep, again, just sometimes if you know your hit boxes, you can be in a really good position. Because yeah, I knew that swing would hit it in the feet, and it did. So now stunned it, missiles, grenades, just anything I can get, and There's okay, got the assist on that, and I think the other player is going to get the Zaku 3 for me, and that's fine too. Oh no, managed to sneak it in with the spot gun. And now, yeah, I shouldn't have fired that when I did. For one thing, I think I missed the base, and also it was not like another half second, and it would have been cool enough that I wouldn't have overheated. The missiles do a good amount of base damage, though. If I had it, if I was not fighting like things trying to kill me, and I'd been able to just kind of bed down and fire my knees at that thing, I probably would have been able to take out the base before the round ends. But that did not quite happen. But again, solid damage. You can, anything that you can fire at the base and actually see the needle move, that is a decent weapon in my opinion. Yeah, base has a good amount of hit points and seems to have damage reduction against a lot of weapons. Especially like beam sabers, which realistically are used to take out enemy ships like repeatedly in Gundam. So, yeah, basically you should be able to blow it up by stabbing it once. But again, we are well past the quote-unquote realism of Gundam for this game, because yeah, it should not take probably more than 4 missiles to blow up anything I'm fighting. So, not to mention, beam rifle shots to the midsection or the head, depending on the mobile suit, should just be the end of the story. But yeah, sometimes I would like to see a Gundam game that actually runs like that. They certainly don't have any problems making a game that works like that for, say, Battlefront, any of the other big shooters. But yeah, things where like 2 or 3 hits are enough to take you down. But that said, yeah, maybe eventually, but at this point, you know, most Gundam games give you a much larger hit point bar. Just because I feel like I feel like probably, you know, getting to stomp around in a robot that explodes in like 2 or 3 shots, maybe not as fun as one that can tank a hit or 3. Of course, if you're a support, you're back to that problem to a large extent. But yeah, 40 some seconds left. We're behind a little bit, but right now we have a little bit of an edge in numbers, and at least one of the enemy teammates is is down. Perception, but and yeah, just trying to shoot the grenades around the corner, one of which worked. And yeah, at this point I should just be shooting enemies because it is way too late to be doing anything to the base. I would not have time to do it. Maybe if I landed a charge shot with the big gun, but yeah. Managed to tag that person, and I'm pretty sure that is enough to get us the round. So, yep. Well, it was enough for number 3 to drop at the last second, and I'm pretty sure we still win. So, that is not bad. Yeah. Yeah, full armor 7th feels good. Got outscored by the Roswell Jagan. That's still a really good suit, so I'm not surprised there. But I managed 5 and 2 and 96,000 damage, so I don't have any regrets about this one. So that is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. We will be back soon with more. Till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later. Okay, so at level 3 and above, the full armor 7th Gundam got some extra equip slots. It went from 14 to 15 close, 21 to 22 mid, 18 to 19 long. I'm running the level 1, so that didn't affect anything. What did affect things, the leg missiles now do 400 damage each instead of 300, with upper levels also enhanced. Larger splash on the arm grenade launcher hits. The arm beam gun hits went from 250 to 300. And yeah, the mega beam cannon can now be fired without charging. And yeah, at level 1, it was winning 46.1% of the time when the average for supports is 50.7% at 550. Rival win rate was about 5.5% down from the average. 48.2% is the average. 42.7 is what this was getting. Damage dealt 65,000 as opposed to the average of 72,000. like a lot of supports that were that seem to have been struggling, the MS losses are actually low, 2.8 versus the average of 3.0. So yeah, I think things that struggle just tend to like kind of keep the distance and not get a chance to do enough damage, which really kind of seems like the pattern with a lot of the supports that have been renovated lately. At level 2, win rate's a little bit better. 51.5 is the average for supports. 48.7 is the what the level 2 was doing at 600. Uh, rival win rate, however, probably yeah, it's actually even a little worse. 50.6% is the average. 41.1% is what it was getting. 85,000 damage average. 70,000 is what it was doing. So yeah, that is dropping off really considerably. Losses still down though, 3.1 on average for supports at 600. It was doing 2.7. Yeah, and the wins and the damage is actually drop off is actually not as bad at level 3 and 4, interestingly. 90,000 is the average for supports at 650. It was doing 79, so that is a difference of, a little under 11,000, no, a little over 11,000 instead of the 15,000 difference at 600. That's interesting. And almost straight up just 10,000 difference at 700. 100,920 points is average for supports. And the level 4 full armor 7th was doing 90k. So, yeah. But yeah, definitely feels good. I'm happy with it.